everyone, I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. Current view of the camera there at Old Faithful, Yellowstone. There was an earthquake, a magnitude 3.1, early this morning at 2:21 a.m. along the Snake River Plateau, or part of the Snake River Plateau that leads up to Yellowstone. Let me show you. Here we have an image using Google Earth with all my notes of the Snake River Plateau. Up over here is the Yellowstone hotspot. And there's been a series of earthquakes between two fault lines. We got the Grand Valley Fault and the Teton Fault, which is slowly moving towards the northeast. And you can see this whole line of earthquakes. 5 people so far have reportedly said they felt that earthquake, magnitude 3.1. In the last month, there's been 10 earthquakes in this location. Most of them here. We got one up over here, a 2.4, one way over here on the side. Let's see, a 2.5. Here's the felt reports. We got Idaho Falls to the west. And let's see, Jackson, Wyoming, intensity level 3. Etna, intensity level 2. Wilson, intensity level 3. Yeah, and both of those are Jackson, intensity level 3, both of them. Now, intensity level 3 means it was felt noticeably indoors, but not always recognized as an earthquake. Standing autos rock slightly, vibration like a passing truck. There was one report that was sent in to Volcano Discovery, said this is the second earthquake that they have felt within the last week. There was even a report from Boulder, Colorado, said it was weak shaking, intensity level 3. USGS doesn't have that report. Lamp started to shake and items on the table were clattering. A picture fell off the wall. Light shaking. Another one said had to go up to go to the bathroom and felt and heard a light shake in the house. Snake River Sporting Clubs in Wyoming. Now they're in Alpine. They said it was very weak shaking, intensity level 2. Rattling, vibration, very short. They were watching TV and heard it coming. Then the house shook like a big gust of wind and gone. Second quake that they felt here in a week. All these earthquakes was fairly shallow in depth. 4.3 miles, 3.8 miles, 4.4 miles. That one was real shallow. 1.1 mile, 3.9 miles, 4.4, 3.1, another real shallow. 2.1, 3.8, and then a 3.1. Along the Snake River Plateau, they have had in recent history some magma eruptions, and I've talked about this in the past, how the Yellowstone hotspot actually comes up and flows to the west. We got Hell's Half Acres and Craters of the Moon in Shoshone. So this is the reason why there is earthquakes. There's probably magma coming up in that location. Can you see that? Yeah, so it's causing pressure. Let me go back up over here. Here's the earthquakes, and I want to go up to the Snake River Plateau. And yes, look how close that is to Hell's Half Acre and Craters of the Moon. Craters of the Moon, its eruption was somewhere around 2,000 years ago. Native Americans actually witnessed that eruption. And then Hell's Half Acre was probably between 4,000 and 5,000 years ago. So these are fairly recent eruptions of magma that have come up, and it shows you that it's still a very active volcano. The Grand Valley Fault Zone. It's a long extension from eastern Idaho into western Wyoming. along the western base of the Snake River and Salt River ranges. The fault is divided up into 4 different sections. It is one long fault, but they have given it 4 different section names. Going from the north to the south, there are the Swan Valley section, the Grand Valley section, the Prater Mountain section, and the Star Valley section. The southern end of the Grand Valley Fault is a more active location. That's this. I actually drew out the fault line longer than what USGS have it because it goes along this mountain range here. We got Star Valley. See, and that's the Star Valley section. And then where these earthquakes are occurring is probably the Grand Valley section. The northern part of the fault is outside of the Intermountain Seismic Belt, and there is surface ruptures that are less frequent in that location than in the south. So down over here they actually have scarps. So magma in this location is about 1.2 miles to maybe almost 1.8 miles thick of magma, of ancient magma. To the east, right here, I don't know if you can see it, I don't have it drawn very wide, but that is the Teton Fault, and the Teton Fault is caused by stretching of the Earth's crust. I got kind of arrows drawn out and which way it's moving. Yeah, up towards Yellowstone. Here we have the USGS quarterly map, and this here, the little dots there, that's the Grand Valley Fault. And then this one here is the Hoback Fault. I don't know if they got the Teton Fault on this map. Doesn't look like it. Let's see what we got here in green. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, there's the Teton Fault. It's only partly drawn out. That little black dot right there. Let me close this. Yeah, that's the location of the magnitude 3.1. They don't have drawn out here which direction the Grand Fault is moving. I don't know if you can see the multiple faults that go along here for the Palisades Reservoir. The other earthquake that the gentleman was probably talking about, the 3.1, that occurred on the 2nd of this month. And there was 16 reports for that earthquake. Up over here towards the top corner, you can see Idaho Falls and Swan Valley, intensity level 3. Etna, also intensity level 3. Jackson, intensity level 3. And another report from Jackson, intensity level 3. There was 2 responses closest to the epicenter of this earthquake. So I imagine that person, after having 2 within a week of a magnitude 3, it's slightly a little bit larger. Yeah, they're probably concerned. As you know, any earthquake has a 10% chance of being a foreshock for something much larger. They only have to wait and see. Yeah, because you just don't know. Within a week would be the greatest threat, but the time frame could actually extend maybe a month. So that one person, what was it, Colorado, who said they actually had something fall off their walls, well, they're not earthquake prepared. Everyone should be prepared for any type of disasters, and being such a long distance from where this earthquake occurred, if in fact it was Colorado, yeah, they need to do more than what they're doing to prepare for large earthquakes. So what are your thoughts? Put your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. Be safe, be prepared, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you all. Bye.